Hi friends, thank you so much for clicking on my video. So today we're going to talk makeup. I'm going to tell you guys my top 5 eyeshadow palettes that I think everyone should own in their collection. And I truly believe that if you own these 5 palettes, that you will be able to create any makeup look that your heart desires. I did stick with palettes that are still available for purchase. I did not add discontinued items in this video, but if you want me to do a second video of just my top 5 ultimate palettes across the board, including discontinued palettes, I can definitely do that. But in this video, it's strictly just palettes that you can still purchase if you want to add them to your collection, which I think that you should because I love these palettes. So with that being said, we are going to get started with this video. Alright, so the first palette, and it's actually the palette of all the palettes I'm going to talk about that I've owned the longest. But the first palette I'm going to talk about is the Loreal Unzipped palette. And this is it right here. And this palette came out a few years ago. This is not a new palette by any means. And I think that this was kind of like the modern renaissance from Anastasia before modern renaissance. This was my first palette that really has some of those mauve-y colors and those burgundies and all that stuff. And I fell in love with the formula. This was actually my first Loreal palette. This is what it looked like right here. And this is definitely a very mauve-y, cool tone kind of palette. But I loved it. Also, like, these shimmer shades are so pigmented. Like, do you see that? Like, they're so pigmented and they look amazing on the eye. And I actually love to use these shimmer shades as highlights for my face. And I love doing like smoky eyes with this color right here. I love doing like an all burgundy smoky eye when I want that look without it being stark black. Oh, I used to do that all the time. It was my one shadow smoky eye trick that I used to do all the time when I just needed to do a quick makeup look for work. I feel like if you bought this palette, you would not be disappointed. And yeah, it's amazing. I got so many people to purchase this palette on my recommendation. The Loreal Unzipped, the original. I think they have like the Loreal Unzipped, like the golden or something. I don't like that one. I own it. I'm not the biggest fan of that one. The original one, however, this is lit. Go with the original one. Alright, so the next palette I'm going to go to is going to be Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I'm just going to say that. And a lot of people couldn't be, oh, you're going to talk about the modern renaissance, because that is like, I feel like that's like the standard of eyeshadow palettes now, is like the modern renaissance. Everyone owns it, and so do I. But I'm not going to put that in this video because, I mean, I like it, but they have another palette that I love. Do you guys understand me? Love. And that is actually the Soft Glam palette. Like this palette is everything. The shadows are super blendable. This is a warm toned girl's dream. These transition shades, impeccable. This black is super black. It has a cream bone color for your brow bone. These glitters are amazing. Like, let's look. Like, look at that. Like, amazing. And I love actually using these two for highlights as well. I'm someone who I like to use eyeshadow sometimes as a highlighter color. I mean, they're all powders, and to be honest, I really feel like eyeshadows are just mini highlighters and mini blushes. Your makeup is how you make it. You can use things in different ways, and I love using these two as highlighters as well. But this palette has gotten so much love. I love it. I just realized I've never taken off the plastic. Do you see that? I've never taken off the plastic off the mirror. Shaking my head, Gloria. If you don't own this, trust me, you need to get it. This is by far the best Anastasia palette I think they've ever made. And I own the Self-Made, I own the Modern Renaissance, I own Subculture, I own Norvina, I own the Alyssa Edwards, I own the Riviera, I own the Mario palette, which actually I love the Mario palette. I might put that one as #1 and this is #2, but you can't buy the Mario anymore, so #1. But I own all of their palettes for the most part. I didn't pick up Sultry, which I'm very upset at myself that I didn't pick up the Sultry, but yeah, but I own most of their eyeshadow palettes, and this one by far is the best one that you can get your hands on. I think that before you buy Modern Renaissance, get this one. This one's definitely more versatile in my opinion, because if you're someone who's not into the pinky colors or the burgundy colors, you're not going to be the biggest fan of Modern Renaissance. So, Soft Glam, get this. I am going to go into my next favorite palette that you can still purchase, and that is actually the Naked Heat palette. So this is what it looks like. Like, do you guys see that? That's gorgeous. The reason why I like the Naked Heat palette is I definitely think that this is one of the better formulas as far as the Naked series goes. I own the Naked 1, 2, Smokey, this one, and Cherry, and I definitely think of the ones that I own, this one has the best formula. And I mean, like I said, I'm a warm tone kind of girl, and this brings in like these orangey colors and like these burnt colors, and I think that this really complements deeper skin tones really well. But I also think it can complement fair skin tones because it definitely have these lighter transition shades up here for my fair girls, but then it also has these deeper ones for my chocolate goddesses. Like, do you see this? And the shimmers are amazing. This blends really well. I think that was also an issue that I had with the Naked original and the Naked 2, is that I don't personally think those blended very well. I think that because they were like revolutionary for the time when they came out, everyone just got them. But I feel like now with everything on the market, they don't stand up, in my opinion. I don't think that they're that great compared to everything else that's on the market today. But yeah, the Naked Heat, in my opinion, from the Naked series, I think this one is the best one. So I would definitely pick it up if I were you. I really enjoy it, so just saying. Alright, so something that has become a recent, well, not that recent, I've owned it for a couple months now, and I really enjoy using it, has to be the Spectrum palette from Profusion. These colors, one, are super beautiful. Like, do you guys see that? It's super pigmented, super vibrant. They blend amazingly. Like, barely any fallout on the face. I created a makeup look on my channel. I'll link it with this actual palette. It came out beautifully. It was a dream. And this palette is only $5. $5 hairs. This palette, like, you can't beat $5. And I truly think that this is one of the best rainbow palettes on the market. Like, shadows are so pigmented. Like, do you guys see that? So pigmented. You like literally can't beat this. You can find these at Walmart. Some Walmarts carry the Profusion makeup line, and that's where I got mine from. They have a ton of other palettes. I bought a ton of their palettes. I haven't tried them yet. That's the only one I've tried. But if the formula is anything like that one, I think I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. Maybe one of these videos coming up will be one of those Profusion palettes. But yeah, the Spectrum palette from Profusion, $5. You need it in your life, in my opinion. If, like, you can't beat this. best palette for $5. Hands down. For the price, it's probably the best palette on this list because it's only $5. The last palette I am going to talk about is another Urban Decay palette, and this one is actually the Born to Run. And I think this one is the most versatile of the entire list, and here's why. Because it has cool tone shades, warm tone shades, jewel shades, it has greens and purples and burgundies and golds. It has transition shades. It has mattes. It has shimmers. And I definitely think that this palette is true to what it's marketed as. You know, the Born to Run palette. Urban Decay made this palette because they wanted you to only be able to take one palette and create any look you want. And I definitely think it succeeded with that. I think this is so super versatile. Urban Decay, in my opinion, has had some dubs. Quite a bit of dubs, actually. Not pigmented, not blendable, boring kind of palettes. So I think when they came out with this, they won me back with this. Alright, so I did double check to make sure this is still available at Ulta, and it is. And it's actually on sale as of now. I don't know if it's still going to be on sale when I put the video up, but if it's still on sale for like $25, which I think is crazy, I would definitely say pick it up. Usually when Urban Decay puts one of their palettes on sale, that means they're discontinuing it, which I hope that's not the case because this is one of their best palettes. So I mean, discontinue the Naked 2. Don't discontinue this. But yeah, definitely, of all the palettes I talked about, this is probably the most versatile, and you would get the most looks out of this one, so I would definitely pick this up. Alright guys, so these right here are my top 5 eyeshadow palettes that I think that everyone should own in their collection. I definitely think that if you own these 5 eyeshadow palettes, then you can really kind of create any look that you're looking for, because you kind of have like every color in this like Mod Podge of palettes. I think that you're not going to be upset with the investment in these palettes. I truly believe that. So with that, we're going to close out the video. I know it's kind of short. It's not as long as my typical videos, but I really just want to start doing these little quick little mini videos, just talking about products I recommend and products I don't. So I'm going to do like top 5, bottom 5 stuff. So the next 5 video I'm going to do is going to be my bottom 5 eyeshadow palettes that I've used. Some of them I still own, some of them I do not, but things that I don't recommend anyone purchase, because I think that they're just, it's not worth the money in my opinion. But yeah, so with that, I'm going to end this video off. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please don't forget to like the video and to comment in the comment box below, letting me know if you own any of these palettes. How do you like them? Are you going to purchase any of these palettes? Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload another video. And I think that's all I have to say to you guys. If you guys want to know what is going on my face, I did film it, and I'm not sure if that video is going to be up before or after this video. If it's up before, I'll link it. If not, give it like 3-4 days and it will be up, promise. But yes, so with that, I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.